Good morning, everyone. Jasper Gonzo here. Another What's Next. Whew. It's been a crazy 24 hours, especially for one New York douchebag. The founder of Outkick speaks up at school boards, and let's take a look. Story number one. Give you a little background. Of course, as everybody knows, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigns amid sexual harassment scandals, but not the murder of over 15,000 in nursing homes. Okay. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Tuesday he will be stepping down from his post in 14 days. Not immediately, 14 days. Cuomo killed thousands of elderly New Yorkers in order to send his COVID-infected people back into nursing homes, but he was ultimately forced out over butt grabbing and boobage. Quote, "The best way I can help now if I step aside and let the government get back to governing," Cuomo said, "and that's what I'll do." Cuomo then added, "My resignation will be effective in 14 days. This goes into this story. This comes out of the Blaze. Per Alec Baldwin, it's a tragic day. Blames cancel culture for Cuomo's resignation and faces online backlash because of it. There he is, clown boy. Left-wing actor Alec Baldwin responded to the resignation of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo by blaming, quote, cancel culture, and he faced an onslaught of online backlash over his comments. Cuomo announced on Tuesday that he will be resigning as governor over numerous allegations of sexual harassment. He was Clintonized. And it appears that he is headed towards impeachment by the Democratic-controlled New York State legislature. Baldwin chimed in a tweet from his official social media account. Regardless of what you think of Cuomo, this is a tragic day. Party politics in this country draw ambitious, but ultimately isolated, even socially maladjusted men and women who give their current culture cancel culture, try saying that 3 times, will likely have their shortcomings exposed and magnified. Baldwin's tweet was not very popular online, where he faced a fierce clapback. Quote, "That's the wrong call." One person said, "You now expose yourself as another white, old, male, sexist bastard. Oh, the old bastard. That fame and popularity you built. Mocking Trump loses all effect. Wrong call, Alec. We are very disappointed in you. How can you be this much of an a-hole?" He is an a-hole. He was also upbraided by his comments by the entertainment reporter at the Daily Beast. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that Alec Baldwin is an a-hole, so I'm not going to argue with the comments there. But Alec did make a comment, though, which was very on point. The fact of the matter is that when it comes to cancel culture, you have those men and women, should I say very young-minded thinking men and women, who sit there on their Twitter accounts, on their Instagram accounts, on their TikTok accounts, and type away to cancel this person, to cancel that person, mainly conservative and or libertarian and those with actual opinions and facts. But when it comes to their own, they tend to have a hands-off approach. But with Cuomo, extremely destructive what happened under his watch last year with over 15,000 elderly who died in nursing homes by sending COVID-infected patients and shoving them into those homes, basically giving those elderly their death sentence. No, let's not go after him for that. Let's go after him for being a Clinton. Let's go after him for butt grabbing. Let's go after him for boob touching. Let's go after him for inappropriate conduct. So let's go after him for that. Now, there are some who are saying, you know what? He's out. Whatever the circumstances, glad he's gone. especially one person who works at Fox, whose mother and father were staying in nursing homes in New York, who died of COVID because of what Cuomo did. She's saying, he's gone, he's done with, I'm not going to fight this anymore. One, I'm glad he's gone. He's a piece of garbage. He's been a garbage governor for the better part of his entire career there. But sadly, you had to get him on a Clintonista instead of actually getting him on what he truly deserved to be thrown out for, the murder of thousands. Let's move on to story number 2, shall we? This comes out of Alec. School board hears from Clay Travis on proposed mask mandate. Alec founder Clay Travis made it very clear where he stands on the masking up of students in Williamson County, Tennessee schools, where his 2 sons attend classes. During a Tuesday night school board meeting where parents were allowed to address the board, Clay turned to the parents in the crowd and urged them, to refuse to mask their kids. Quote, here are my comments at the school board meeting the other night, and why masks in schools make 0 sense. I encourage all of you to speak out at your own school boards. The mask mandate recommended by WCS Superintendent Jason Golden will require students and staff to use masks inside elementary schools and on buses. Quote, there is 0 scientific basis for masking children in our schools. It doesn't make them safer at all, and we've never required masks for the seasonal flu, which is far more likely to kill children every year than COVID is. It's pure, unadulterated madness, Clay wrote Tuesday before going to address the board. A crowd estimated by Clay to be over 1,000 showed up at the school board offices with only 250 allowed in the building. The parents continued to rally outside the building where they chanted, "No more masks." The anti-masks at schools revolution is underway in Tennessee. There are people who couldn't get into the meeting tonight. They've never seen a crowd this big before at a school board meeting. I kept talking after my time was up, and I'll keep talking tomorrow on Clay and Buck. Get your popcorn. My thoughts. I totally agree with Clay. And the fact of the matter is that someone like Clay, people seem to think that if you're seeing them on TV, you're seeing them on their podcast, you're hearing them on their audio, and you're thinking, well, this guy's just like, he's here, we're here, we're never going to see this. No, they have kids in schools too. Popular people who are conservative have kids in schools too. Ben Shapiro, Clay Travis, they have kids in school. And they make their voices heard. Clay Travis decided to go to the school board meeting. And I'm sure everybody knows who Clay Travis is. That's probably why 1,000 people rolled up. And he made his feelings heard. Masks don't do anything. They make things worse. And especially when you are forcing them on your children. Now, we all know the situation with vaccines. Some people swear by them. Others won't go near them. And that is their right. But when you have government trying to force the rule of law, force their hand in forcing you to get your vax, or force your children to be vaxxed, that's a problem. That's a problem. And school boards around the country need the parents to step up and have their voices heard. They need to go to their school boards and say, listen, the fact of the matter is that I will not have my kids masked up. Why do you think homeschooling has gone through the roof? Because of all the nonsense that's going on right now. Not surprised. But good for Clay. Good for Clay. Tip my hat to you, sir. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.